sponsored by...
We're here at Craft Body Scan, a center in Raleigh specializing in the screening and imaging for detection of life-threatening diseases. What do you say we go inside and find out what it's all about? So good to see you, Denny. Of course, Denny with Craft Body Scan. Now, Denny, I know you do a lot of things here to help people out, but anyone who may not be familiar with Craft, how are you helping people?
Well, it's interesting. What we do here is we give people an opportunity to scan their chest, their abdomen, or their pelvis, or the whole thing. And the idea is it's a preventive scan. Most people don't realize that heart disease is the #1 killer in America, and lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer. And so getting that heart and lung scan gives the radiologist an opportunity to look at those images and see if something's there. But why don't we do this? Let's go back to my office and I'll show you some images and kind of explain more.
Sounds like a plan.
Most common question is what does a heart and lung scan look like? Well, what's neat about a CT machine is it's taking cross-sectional images, and the images look like this. And so a radiologist is going to look at the heart and lung scan, and they're going to look for blockages, tumors, anything that's not supposed to be there. And in this particular case, you can see that there's mounds of calcium inside that artery. And so really the machine is going to take those pictures, and a board-certified radiologist is going to look at them. And then there's going to be a written report. And the easiest thing to remember for people with a calcium score is if your score is over 400, you're at risk. And so that's what it really shows.
And I know there's so many other stories you have of people with heart problems that didn't know they had aneurysms, and it shows up in the scan.
Just this week, we had a 42-year-old woman who was a teacher. She got her heart and lung scan and ended up being diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and it literally saved her life. And she sent us just this most wonderful testimonial saying, I want to get this out there and tell everybody about Craft Body Scan, because literally this scan saved my life.
Absolutely. And I know that you rely a lot on the teamwork between the actual results and your physician. What makes us different than going into your doctor's office and saying, hey, can we just have a normal physical checkup?
Well, I mean, a physical is your first line of defense for your health. Your doctor and your physical is something that's mandatory. You have to go and do your blood work, and have that conversation to make sure everything's good. But insurance doesn't pay for preventive screening. And so our company's mission is to be able to provide your doctor with more than just a conversation, because this technology has been around for 50 years. And a lot of times you wonder, why isn't it used more?
I always wonder that. Every time we come in here, I just think, why is this not the case that everybody's getting this scan? You are making it easier for so many people to get the scans because you have some really great promotions.
Yeah, when it comes to raising awareness and our brand identity, getting the Craft Body Scan name and image out there, the best way to do that is to help people. And the only downside to screening and imaging is it's kind of expensive. The machines cost millions of dollars, and the doctors and the staff and the support people makes it kind of inaccessible for some. So we do this annual promotion to be able to bring the cost down to where anybody can afford to do it. And so what we're doing is for $149, allowing a couple, so that's husband and wife, coming down together to get a heart and lung scan. And it's kind of like a date. You hold your spouse's hand, you come down and get your heart scanned together and just make sure you're okay. And for $149, what's the downside?
That is very, very true. And I know you make it very easy. How do we set this up?
All right, so it's super simple. You can either go to our website, craftbodyscan.com, and there's a portal there where somebody can sign up and kind of get their scan without talking to anybody. But if people have questions, they can call the number, and we have people standing by that can explain just about any question that they would have.
Well, Denny, thank you so much for sharing all this information. I know you're making it easy for so many people, and now couples. I like that. Think of it as a date, right?
Yeah, it is. So it was a pleasure having you down here.
Always great being here. The technology going on behind these doors is just absolutely fascinating. Hopefully you all learned something today. I know I did. And remember, there's a special promotion going on right now for couples, giving you all the opportunity to take control over your own health. If you have any questions, want to make that appointment, feel free to reach out to Craft Body Scan.
The preceding was sponsored by